Hello, welcome to the Richardson Simple Living. My name's Maria. If you're new here, I vlog about home style things, homeschooling, a little bit of urban homesteading, home life, which is normally cooking. And today's that day we're going to be doing some cooking. We're going to be cooking in the air fryer, but we're going to be starting in the bread maker because what we're doing today is spooky pizzas. I've never done pizza before in the air fryer. So it's going to be a first, and decorating them might be tricky because I'm not artistic, but we'll give it all a go. So first of all, I'm going to start the dough off. If you get my words out, if you saw last week's episode of air frying, I did some buns and I started them in the bread maker. So I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to get the dough started in the bread maker. And then we're going to pop it to the airing cupboard for half an hour just to prove and rise. And then we'll get on and decorate it. So we'll start off in the bread maker. I keep on saying air fryer. Bread maker. Let's bring you down a bit so you can see what I'm doing rather than look at me. It'd be nice if you could see both. But as most of you know by now, I've got a small kitchen. So we're going to start off by putting some fast action yeast in. And we want 2 teaspoons of that, if I can find the one that's open. So I'll get into that. I'd already opened it, and when you've opened them and then you fold them over really tight to stop the air getting in, it's very difficult to get it open again. So we want 2 of those. Can you see okay? Try and come round a bit so you can see. I'm doing it over the pan this time, so any lost bits will go in there. Doesn't normally affect it if it's a little bit over. If I can get to come out the packet, that is. Well, there's one. I think we're stuck in the packet. I think I might have to open another one as well. I don't think I'll have enough for 2 in there. Now we'll open another one. Find my scissors and we'll just open another one. We'll need a little bit more to it. So I'll just top that back up. So we've got 2. There we go. That's the 2. Fold that over. Pop it in my bag so we don't spill what's left, or the box I should say. Right, so we've got the 2 teaspoons of fast action yeast. We want 3 cups of strong bread flour, strong white flour. So I want 3 of them. I often go everywhere I do. Everywhere but in the cup normally. So we can do one more after this. Actually bought another bag of flour, but I might have enough in this one. Yeah, that's quite good. Only enough in that one. So we've got 3 cups of that strong white bread flour, and we're going to put, it says 2 tablespoons of sugar. Seems quite a lot to me. Right. Don't really like putting 2 full ones in. 1, 2 of sugar. We need 3 tablespoons of oil. I use the extra virgin olive oil. So we want 3 of them. Do one more, and we'll have our 3. And in the sink out of the way. And this time it says 1 cup of water. Normally it's 1.5 cups of milk I put in, but this says 1 cup of water, so I'm just going to pop behind you just to fill my cup up with water. So I've never done anything with just water in it before. It's always been milk, so we'll see how it goes. Right, so that's it. So we'll better switch it on. It's program 8. I'll bring you up a little bit. So we need program 8. Oh, got flour everywhere. So let's have a look. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go. Well, that's doing something. So that's going to take 1.5 hours now to do. So when that's done, we'll come back to it and we'll put it on some trays. Well, we'll shape it for pizzas, put it on some trays and pop it in the thing. So we'll be back in a little while. So the buzzer's just gone off, the dough is ready. I'm going to take it out, see if I can bring you up and bring you down a bit, manoeuvre you in the right direction. I don't know how I do that. I'm going to pop the dough onto a plate so I can divide it. So if I can sort of, I don't know if I can just sort of get it out that way. Oh, there we go. Still got some in here. It's only trouble. It's very doughy. Right, we'll just turn that off and see if we can slide it along a bit, make a bit more room. So what I'm going to do, I've got a tray beside me here. I'm going to pop it onto the 2 trays. I really do need more space. Let's, can you see all right like that? Might be better if I bring you down a bit more. It's just getting you all right. So I'm going to, you might just be able to see that, don't know. I'm going to split it in half. And I'm going to put it on here. Oh, it is a messy job. Does anybody know an easier way of doing this? Oh. I'm not sure how on earth you meant to spread it out like a pizza. Might be a funny shaped one. No, I'm not doing big pizzas because obviously I can't fit it into my air fryer if I do that anyway, but oh. I don't really like working with pizza with dough. It's not the best. Probably be better if I'd have just greased the surface, but the fact that I want to lift each one individually into the air fryer is why I do it like this. I mean, I'm not so bothered if it's uneven on top because I'm going to be covering it with topping anyway, so it's not like I'm going to see the top. Oh, but it is a messy job. Sticks to your fingers and everything. I just want to try and get it round a bit, but I've got a feeling it's going to be quite uneven. It's like glue. It really is like glue. Just look at it. It's such a messy thing. I definitely would never become a chef that made pizzas and anything to do with dough. Definitely not. I'm best sticking to cakes, I think. It's a bit squarish, a bit roundish, a bit anyhowish. It's going to be quite a thick base, I think. Bit more time trying to spread it out. This one's a little bit more even than the other one. I was going to say I probably could split it into 3, but the thing is, I don't know if I'd have been able to have spread it out. It says to just take it into 2 bowls and just do the 2. Oh, that's enough of that. Try and get this off my hands now. So what I need to do now is just cover that in some cling film. Then I'm going to put it into the airing cupboard for half an hour. Although I think if it rises too much, it's going to be all dough. I need to put more topping on it then. To be huge, more like cakes. Might be just best washing my hands, I think. So I have to go behind you just to wash them. Get all this dough off it. I mean, how do you manage? Have any of you made bread and done it this way? Done buns in the air fryer and, you know, like to handle it this way? How do you get on with it? Right, now my hands are a bit drier. They're not drier, but dough free. We're going to cover it loosely with a bit of cling film. If it would go across, it might just enough. It'll cover it brilliantly. A little bit more, I think, on this end. So I've got quite a big tray. I was wondering how I was going to do it. I thought if I do it on a big tray and put some of these baking parchments, I can just lift it out then to put it into the air fryer. Be a lot easier. Well, that's the idea anyway. Things never go to plan though. Right, that's that covered. I'm going to pop it into the air fryer, the airing cupboard. And I'm going to leave it in there for between 20 minutes, half an hour, probably half an hour. And so it'll rise a bit more. They're not the best, but hey-o. I mean, I don't know how any of you go. If you've got any tips for me, please drop them in the comments down below. I love listening, reading your tips and thinking, that's a good idea. That will work. And putting them to practice. I certainly take everything on board. So if you've got any tips for handling dough, or if it is just generally a messy thing, please let me know. And I'll be glad of any help I can get. But anyway, they're okay. They're not massive, but they'll do. We'll go and pop them now into the airing cupboard and we'll come back in 20 minutes to half an hour. Although for you, it'll be instantaneous. So we've just got the dough out. I'm a bit concerned this one's a bit lumpy in the middle. Seems to have risen a bit in the middle. Bring you down. We're going to decorate them now anyway. I've got the air fryer on, it's just warming up. Is there any trouble? This dough, I hate dough. I've got to admit, I don't like working with dough. Put that in the bin. I wouldn't make a habit of working with dough. So we'll do one at a time. Let's put one over there flat at the minute. We'll do one at a time. So I'm going to put a bit of tomato puree on one. Whether it'll spread, I don't know, because everything's so doughy. Although that does flatten it out a little bit actually. But nothing's perfect in life, is it? Nothing. No matter if you buy something, make something, or somebody else makes it, nothing's ever perfect. Right, it is a bit awkward working with this dough. I don't really want to go too far up to the end because I don't know if it'll run over it. The instructions aren't very clear on the bread maker about what to do with it and how to handle it. But I think that'll do. Just flatten that down a little bit in the middle. We're going to have some very big pizzas. It's still running out. I better put the lid on that one for a minute. So we'll do this one. First of all, we'll make put some sprinkled cheese on it, and I'm going to put spiders on it. So we're going to cover it with some sprinkled cheese, just normal cheddar I've got. plenty on. So I'm hoping this all works out. We shall see. Put that back over there, cover that back over a minute. What I've done, I've already arranged some ideas for spiders. So I'm going to see if we can just put 4 of them onto here. Can you see okay? Do you want to come a bit closer so you can see what I'm doing? See what mess I'm making? Oh, there we go. These are just olives. In fact, they're garlic olives, I think. Rosemary and garlic olives, the packet said. So we'll just put some legs on it. They're not going to be the best, but they might look better when they're cooked. I don't know. We'll see. I just cut them in half and just cut strips off them for the legs. So they're not brilliant. I think I might need the knife. Where's my sharp knife? Just to pick them up because they're sinking in the cheese. I'll just turn them round. The more I do it, the more it moves. It's coming to life. Oh dear. So this is the idea anyway. I'm going to put 4 on there. I'm just going to pause you a minute while I do that, because you don't understand watching me doing all of them, messing about. So that's the best I can do them. I'm going to pop them into the air fryer now. Let's bring up a little bit. Pop them into the air fryer. If I can get it in without destroying everything. Slide it along a bit. So I could try and lift it in there, which is a bit of a feat on its own. Oh dear. There we go. So wobbly. Okay, so we've got them in there. We'll pop it in there. We're going to put it on air fry for 160. Can you see okay? For 160. And we're going to do it for 20 minutes. And it's off. So while that one's doing, I'm going to do the other one. So I'm going to bring you down a little bit again. I'll move you back a bit and bring you down. It's all up, down. Right. I've got to admit, I really do hate dealing with dough. And it'd be better really if it was in a solid plate thing for lifting it in and out. I can't find me cake tins that it would fit into. But it won't be so bad when I fetch it out. It's just the getting it in bit. Right. Let's put some puree on. Just so doughy. I won't be tasting these because I don't really care much for pizza. Occasionally I eat pizza from the takeaway, but it is occasionally, and I don't eat a whole one because I'm not fond of it. I've got to be very hungry. I just don't really like them. I don't like tomatoes, so that's a lot of the problem because they do have a lot of tomatoes. Right. I think we'll leave it at that. We won't put too much on there. Better put the lid on. Now this one, I'm going to see if I can do as a mummy. So I'm going to get from behind you 2 eyes. These were just the olives cut in half, and we've got some cheese strips here, and I'll just see if I can do something with it. Not quite sure. I'm not very artistic, but if we can just sort of give it a sort of mummy look. That's why I've not put no other cheese on this one, because it's got the cheese from the strips. So we'll just put them anywhere. I don't really know. I'm not an artistic person. This is where I could do with Lisa. She'd be all right at this. Hey-oh. As long as it's edible, isn't it? And it looks more or less like I want it to look. Probably less rather than more. We'll just do them anyhow. Stick it to the plate a bit. Put a bit down there. Put it across a bit. Just cover it where we can. That way it'll have plenty of cheese on as well. Because when I do eat pizza, there's only certain restaurant, well, one that I'll get them from, and that's because they do go a bit easy on the tomato and they will put more cheese on. So I like, oh dear, go with the cheese if I can. Oh well, I won't worry if bits are broken. After all, it's a mummy. They're not perfect, are they? It's a bit anyhow. Let me get a knife, it's stuck to the plate. Helps if I've got the knife the right way round as well. There we go. Me mummy. Probably could have done with bigger eyes, but not to worry. I wonder if I could have cut some olives, if they'd have been a bit bigger and would have gone underneath. I don't really know. Should I meddle and mess? Let's have a look. Let's cut one in half and see. Move that back a bit. Might be too big actually. Too small. Well, similar size. Probably not much different, to be honest with you. Might stand out better. Oh yeah, stands out better. Maybe they're better going with the green ones. Oh yeah, that definitely stands out better. They'll be too big to go on. There we are. I think the green ones stand out better. So we'll leave that one there till the other one's done, and then we'll put that one in to cook. And the cloth. We'll see what this one looks like when it comes out with the spiders, and then we'll put the mummy one in and see what that one does. Well, it's beeped. I'm going to spin you down so you can have a look what's happened with it, how it's looking. Oh my goodness, that looks awful. That does not look very good at all. It looks burnt. See if we can get it out of here. I think I can't get it out to show you at the minute. See if we can bring you around. You can. I've lost some of my legs, have gone over there. I know they're spooky, but he's lost his legs. I think the other half of his belly's sunk. There's legs everywhere. Very Halloweenish because there's legs everywhere, and his body's separated. So he doesn't look very spidery anymore. He looks probably a bit horror-ish, but not exactly what I had in mind. But yeah, it seems to have sunk into the cheese and gone everywhere. So I'm going to try and get that out, and then I'm going to put the mummy one in. So I've got a feeling if this is anything to go by, the mummy one will probably just all melt the cheese and it won't look like bandages anymore. So I'm just going to see if I can get this out. Right, I've managed to get it onto a plate. I mean, the pizza itself looks all right, maybe a little overcooked in places. I might just drop it down a couple of minutes, this next one. This one did 20 minutes, I might do the other for 16 and see what happens. But Yeah, maybe if the cheese wasn't so brown on top as well, I might see my spiders better, but they would still be dissected. So we're going to pop this one in now. I've got it into the pan ready. That's what it looks like at the minute. So we'll put it in. Put it on. We'll pop it onto air fry. 160 again. Well, I'm just going to do this one down to 16 minutes as opposed to the... actually, might even do it to 15, to be honest with you. We'll do it to 15. Because the thing is, I can always put it in for a little bit longer if it's not done enough, which is better than if it's done too much. As like this one does seem to have been done too much, and I've got like a little burnt edge, unless it's a splattered leg. But yeah, not so spooky. But yeah, as in terms of turning out for a pizza, they've turned out all right. Well, that one has anyway. This one we've yet to see. But it's just that it's not so spidery looking. But we'll leave this one do now, and we'll come back to that in 15 minutes when it's done. Although I'm predicting that the cheese strips will have probably all melted together and it won't look like bandages anymore. But we'll see in a moment. So it's just beeped. We'll take this one out now and we'll see what this one's like. Although I've got a feeling the cheese will have melted, and maybe I should have done it a bit differently. But oh gosh, not only is it melted, it's puffed up. That does look horrific. Look how it's puffed. Can you see in there? I mean, you can see its eyes, and you can still see it's got some bandages, but it looks really extended. Although it wasn't what I imagined it to look like, it's definitely horrific. I don't know if I could take it out and put it on a plate. Yeah, let me get that one out. But I can see its eyes, so I think I'm better that I did put the green ones in there. And I can make out it's got bandages, because I did think it would just all cover. But I don't know, it's going down a little bit now, the puffiness is. But yeah, let's just pop that in there. As for the pizzas themselves, yes, they're a success. If I wasn't trying to do these spooky designs on them, the pizzas themselves are fine. It's just the designs. Now, Dean's in the house. He's took the spider one, and I said to him, put a few more olives on, make it look like spiders, put a couple more spiders on, because the olives don't need cooking or anything. They're all right as they are, because you can eat them straight from the pot. He's just seeing if he can do a few more spiders on there for me. But I don't think he'll need to do anything else to this, because as you can see, that's not too bad really. But yeah, I think it always got burnt there, but I realise it's the tomato bit that's, because it's on show, it's a bit burnt looking. But yeah, I think maybe if I'd have done the decoration afterwards, I could have cooked the pizza first and put some decor on it afterwards, because none of it is raw anyway. You can eat it as it is, so I could have added it on afterwards. But it's all trial and error. But yeah, we've got some spooky pizzas, and the pizzas definitely work okay in the air fryer. They work great, brilliant. I certainly wouldn't mind doing them in there again. I hate messing with dough. Dough's not my favourite thing, but I would do them in the air fryer again and put different toppings, what toppings you like on, you know. So yeah, I would do that again. So it's a success for the pizza. It's just not so brilliant for the spooky bit. So thank you for watching anyway. I shall see you again now tomorrow. I don't know what we'll be doing tomorrow. We'll just wait and see what comes along, and we'll just film what we can film. So thank you for joining me, and until tomorrow, take care. Bye.